or selling it? Cool. That beeping drive you crazy?
Yep.
It's a wildfire of wildfire and enemies. There's heaps of them there. So if this tank was mine, I'd think about getting some better filter material. So there's various filter materials on the market. And I'm really a fan of Marine Pure because they're offering parallel denitrification. So you're going to get better nitrate reduction over time if you considered putting Marine Pure into this aquarium. So we've now relocated this aquarium, and it never hurts to add a bit of Vogel just to aid the immune system of the fish. And something that I'll do every time that I move an aquarium, I'll recommend adding some polyfilter. So we've put some polyfilter into the aquarium now, and what the polyfilter will do is adsorb and absorb anything impure out of the water. And in this sort of case, especially where there's a lot of sediment, then the polyfilter is wonderful for removing the sediment, but most of all, the polyfilter is wonderful for removing any possible hydrogen sulfide that can be released during a situation like this move. So what we're doing at the moment is just waiting for the tank to heat up a little bit more so we can put the fish in. And this tank is running fairly high nitrate at the moment. And I'm a really big fan of feeding Spectrum's probiotics food. And Spectrum's probiotics food have got a probiotic bacteria in the food, which means when the fish poo, the bacteria in the poo eats the poo. And I have very good success with it. So with a tank after a move, I do like to keep the salinity a little bit on the low side. It eases osmotic pressure and increases immune system. Now a UV sterilizer is a wonderful thing, especially after something like a move like this. But it is important that you replace the tubes on the UV on a yearly basis. When you do move an aquarium, it's a wonderful opportunity to give your sump a nice big spring clean. Now there is a wrasse in this tank, and it must do a very good job with bristle worms, because there was absolutely none in this tank, which is really wonderful, because half the time when I do these relocations, I'm too dumb to use gloves, and so therefore I end up stinging myself every single time. But this time I didn't get stung, and I haven't seen a bristleworm inside. Very exciting. There are traps and that available that can help, but bristleworms are very common, and I hate them. So the fish in this tank are a little bit skinny, so it'd be a good idea to slowly fatten them up over time. And after a move, you really want to be watching the white spot. A regular water test after a move is a very good idea. That wrasse might be why there's no bristleworms in here. The long nose is very skinny. So pre and post aquarium moves, it's really good to get in there and do quite a few vacuums, because you want to get all the sediment out of the sand. And I'd use this opportunity while there's lots of room to get in there before you start repopulating everything back, and try and get some of that sediment out of the sand, which inevitably builds up over time.